I made it thanks to Coach. He helped me out. It was a little difficult going up those hills. Satoko gave Coach a smile filled with gratitude. But it was incredibly awkward and even heartrending. Satoko, those groceries aren't for dinner tonight, are they? Of course not. I do not drink sake, and I hate snacks. Of course I don't smoke either. He made Satoko go to a distant store by herself on her bike? So she could buy dumb shit like this? And what was the uncle doing right now anyway? He must have been working up a good sweat at this very moment if he needed to send Satoko out by herself, right? If not, then how much? How much had Satoko suffered for no reason? I hadn't intended to voice my feelings, but they may have made it into my face. Coach might have noticed because he clapped me on the shoulder. Just then one of the house windows clattered open, and the face of a vulgar man, the very sight of which made me immediately avert my eyes, emerged from within it. There was no self-introductions necessary. My gut told me that this was the uncle in question. Are we gonna get our first look at him? I assume he's gonna look somewhat like Satoko just because they are related. Though now out of fucking left field, he'll have like green or blue hair. It's like, okay, fuck you. Or like purple hair. The first thing out of his mouth should have been words of gratitude for Satoko. Let me guess, he's telling her like, what took you so long? Why are you so fucking slow? You know, that bullshit. Satoko, you left the heat for the sake on when you left, you half-wit. I'm sorry, but you told me to go right away. You idiot! All that brewing I did for nothing. Idiot! I'm sorry. Satoko miserably apologized over and over, bowing again and again. She could be perfectly described as a small animal. I had no idea what was happening. Abuse. Satoko finished shopping for all this heavy stuff that wasn't even for dinner. She only managed to come back because she ran into Coach and drove her home. If she hadn't been found by him, she'd surely still be by herself, panting and moaning, pedaling her bike up that steep hill. What was with those words, those horrible sleazy words that he said to Satoko? In what country's dictionary did it tell him to say such things? To a young girl who just finished shopping. My anger, of course, wouldn't reach him. The uncle displayed no interest in me, instead shouting at Coach. Oh, if it isn't Dr. Ire. Hello. Why don't you come on inside too? We're in the last round, so you could come get in it right away. 100 yen per 1,000 points and anything goes. No. I'll pass, thank you. I just ran into Satoko and gave her a lift is all. I'll be leaving now. Oh, nah, come play around. You've got a lot of money, yeah? Ha 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 ha. God, why am I imagining fucking Oishi at this moment? Good God, he reminds me of him so much. He's an uneducated Oishi. I didn't even understand what her uncle and Coach were talking about. But I knew one thing was for sure. None of what he'd just said had been to thank Satoko in any way. Satoko, could you bring us the damn snacks? And start getting those beers chilled too. Go get us some cold ones from the fridge. Tekken, you're so harsh on her. She looks so sad. You should take better care of her. This is how I gotta treat her. She's been like this since she was with my bro. Spoil her and she ain't gonna listen to a damn thing you say. Shit. Whatever, it's your draw, Taechan. Tsubaki, declared Ricci too. Sorry. What? You and Ricci again, Tsubaki? It looked like it wasn't just her uncle. Some of his friends were over. More deadbeats. Hey, wait. What was he... No. What were they doing? Flinging rude words left and right, making Satoko go shopping for your beer? What are they doing? My uncle's friends came from town, and they're playing mahjong. He told me to prepare dinner for them as well. What? The hell? Mahjong? He called his friends over for Mahjong? They were too busy playing, so they sent Satoko to play them a crap load of booze from a faraway store. And the first thing he said to her was how she left the gas on. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What does that guy think he's doing? Who could get lost in some dumb gang of Mahjong and send Satoko to buy all this stuff? Even though Coach was listening, he pretended he wasn't. There was a line of heavy-looking shopping bags lined up on the ground next to the trunk. May I borrow you help too, please? You're a boy, you get to carry this heavy one. Coach, you're gonna let this slide. What is he gonna do? This is completely... Coach pretended he hadn't heard that violent outburst either. When I thought about it later, his reaction might have been the best thing he could do in that situation. You know, thinking back to the Mion situation that I'm still fucking livid about. Oh god, he's forever pissed me off. I will never acknowledge his presence ever again. As long as this series continues, I want him to die in every worst possible way. And in a way that, you know, Mion doesn't be upset by it. Because he deserves all the pain and suffering that comes his way. I will not feel remorse for him anymore. Because at this point, there is no way he will fucking redeem himself. That half-assed apology pissed me off. And the fact that it took 2 tries to do. Ooh, pissed me off. But yeah, it's the same thing with that. He's actually thinking clearly about it, instead of just going off gut emotion. Gut emotion never wins out in this kind of situation. You have to think about it logically. I'll carry 2 of them myself. Come on. Help us carry them, please. The bags were packed to the brim with bottles of sake and bar snacks. They were so heavy, and so filthy, so unfair. They weren't just heavy in terms of weight. They made me feel mortified. Nothing could have been heavier than that. Keiji, there's no need to push yourself. I'll carry it. Satoko mistook my biting back the humiliation as grimacing under the weight, and offered to help. Stupid. Don't underestimate me. Satoko had never looked down on my physical strength in the slightest. Coach, I'm sorry for you too. It must be heavy. No, not at all, answered Coach, smiling vaguely. Coolly, but I and I alone knew. Coach was an adult, so he just knew how to keep his feelings from showing. There was even more anger than I was feeling, burning deep in his eyes. Well, it is heavy. Ugh. Shit. It wasn't very far to the doorstep of Satoko's house, but the bag squeezed my palms and started leaving red marks. Oh, the joys of carrying plastic shopping bags. Oh, God. Actually, I don't know. It's easier to carry more plastic shopping bags than versus paper, but it's easier to carry more stuff in a paper bag. I mean, come on. I've listed some heavy fucking shit. This is nothing. How much is it gonna be? Like 10, 15, 20 pounds at most? Come on. Pansy. I do that every fucking day. And up 4 flights of stairs. Come on, Keiji. Put your back into it. Ugh. Fully welled up in me, and in the back of my throat stung. But even if it all came gushing out, it wouldn't solve anything. So, just tightly gritting my teeth was as much as I could do. Really, thank you so much, both of you. You really helped me here. After we carried them to the back door, Satoko said that was enough. Occasionally, we'd hear the repulsive laughing of her uncle and her friends from within, and my insides would seethe. I knew they weren't ridiculing us, and that was why it made me so mad. Oh, yeah, that's true. When someone's not even paying fucking attention to their surrounding, it does piss me off. To an ungodly amount. That I will agree with, and that pisses me off. But not as much as, completely yelling at a female. That is, completely infatuated with him. because there's no need for it. And he was just going off the handle, acting like they hadn't done this before. They'd made Satoko shop for all this heavy, selfish stuff and then ignored her and laughed amongst themselves as they pleased. It was deeply aggravating. Of course, Coach had to have felt the same way. But if he accidentally let his feelings slip into his face, he'd only cause Satoko more worry. He knew all that and spoke coolly as if to say he didn't care. Not at all. I'm happy I could be a little bit of help for you. If there's anything else I can help with, please tell me. Yes, I really am happy you feel that way. That he feels that way. Those words were sad. Satoko herself was sad and resigned that we couldn't only help her so much. But she was right. No matter how much Coach or I wanted to help Satoko, this was as much as we could do. I felt absolutely ashamed, and not having the power to help her any more than this. Oh, like Mion said, powerless. Helpless. Good job. Burning, boiling emotions were bubbling up within me and rising into my throat. Trembling all over, I almost started to cry from my fury. Me too. If there's anything I can do, I'll help you whenever you need. So hang in there. I wanted to at least give her those trite words, saying that I'd help her whenever she wanted. Yes, thank you very much. I'm happy just that you came all the way here when you didn't need to. Satoko seemed to have guessed what I was doing in a place like this, when my house was in the opposite direction from school. Alright, you should get going. They're drunk right now, so there's no telling what they'll get mad at you for. She felt guilty getting us involved after we'd helped her, because she wanted to be the only one to suffer this misfortune. That's how it looked, and it hurt. I handed my supermarket bag over to Satoko, and then I noticed on the back of Satoko's hand, there was something that looked like a bruise. Hey Satoko, what's the heck is that bruise? I knew as much as anyone else how transparent that sounded. I didn't need to hear from Satoko to know how this bruise came to be. I just slipped on the stairs and hit it. God damn it. It's always, I fell down some fucking stairs. Oh, why are you missing both of your legs? I fell down some stairs. I mean, why are you bleeding profusely out of your neck as it looks like you've been stabbed? I fell down a flight of stairs. Fell down some stairs. Every fucking time. And I hit it a little. No. God. Fuck. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because it pains me. I know people that have been physically abused in relationships. And child abuse and stuff like that. So it really does piss me off when this stuff happens, of course. But what pisses me off more is when, they try to hide it. Or they go back. It really just, it makes me sad. Because when people can get out of that situation, then they just go back. And it pisses me off. Because they always buy into it. It doesn't get better. The person, if they're a physically abusive person, or an emotionally abusive person, or verbally abusive person, they won't ever change. That's just their human nature. They are a terrible human being and will never change. That is just how it works. I mean, sorry if it breaks anyone's bubble about it, but it's just how it works. Very few people change. Back from once abusing people to never abuse someone again. It's very rare. Very rare. And when they give the line of, oh, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again, they wait a couple months and then just go back to it. Because that's just what they do. They're a terrible human being. This man will never change. He can say he's sorry all day long. That's why he left for a year. He came back, went straight back to his antics. It's the same type of thing. I don't know why people want to defend him. It's just, it hurts. It hurts me. Because I've seen people go through it. Guys and girls. Because guys usually are more emotionally abused rather than physically. But they can be physically abused, of course. Because I knew this one guy, God, he was being ran through the fucking mill. And then one time he finally said, okay, I'm going to leave the relationship. 2 days later, already back at it. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Come on. Please don't do this to yourself. You're my fucking friend. Because it makes me feel like I'm failing him in some way. Because I'm supposed to be a friend. I'm supposed to be there for him. I'm supposed to be, you know, taking care of him, basically. Making sure he's not doing dumb shit. And I told him that. I told him that, dude, you gotta let her fucking go. Don't talk to her again. Delete her number. Block it. Fuck her. Never speak to her again. Fuck the whore. And I just flat out told him. I yelled at him for hours. Days on end. Thank God. At the end of the year, he's finally like, okay, enough's enough, we're over. And he did finally break it off, to my knowledge. He's never brought it up again that they got back together. Thank God. And it made me so happy. Because I felt like I actually helped him. That my constant nagging him saying, just leave. Don't be around her anymore. It's fucking you over. I hope it finally got to him. And knocked some sense into him. I hope he never gets stuck in that situation again. But it's the same thing. They just come up with an excuse for why something happened. And it fucking is stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. Obviously, I hate the abuser more, of course. I just don't like when they shelter them. Because if you put them out in the light, they can go to jail. And then they're gone for a really long time. And that's good. You can just get away from them. Restraining orders, all of the whole 9 yards. It's just so much better. But, you know, no, people don't. Please pay no mind. You're lying! Coach punched me in the back. And then he put his index finger to his mouth to chide me for being so loud. Really, thank you so much. Until tomorrow. I hope we can see each other at school. That's not what I'm talking about. I asked you how you got that bruise on your hand. Dude, it's not, no matter how many times you ask, she's going to say the same thing. The evening glow finally got to a point where I could see the other concealed oval-shaped bruises and traces of swelling on her neck. Oh, fuck. And her legs. And other places, too. Fuck. I fell down the stairs. The very moment my violent rampaging emotions were about to burst their way out of my throat, I found my mouth being tightly clamped down on. Coach was pressing down on my mouth from behind, wrapping around me tightly with his hands. You don't think it fucking pisses him off as well? He's a grown-ass adult that actually cares about him. Of course he's pissed. Because of that, I couldn't say anything. I could only groan, which I did. That was all I could do. I needed to expel all the magma sitting deep within me. I mean, I'm sorry, Keiichi's new to the situation. So he doesn't have the right to be as angry as some other people do, because they've been in it way longer. They know what she's already been through once. Like him, he already knows what she's gone through. Because otherwise I'd surely explode within a million pieces that very moment. So I groaned. From my mouth. Okay, I was gonna say, if you don't have anything else but your mouth, I would have said, oh, I didn't know you could groan from any other orifice of your body. From my whole body. While god damn it. While heat fell in drops from my eyes, I groaned and groaned. I groaned to the point of exhaustion. I wrung absolutely everything out of myself. Even having lost my voice, I was still wringing it out, all out. I understand how you feel. I really do, Maebara. Please, please just endure it for now. Please, I'm asking you, Maebara. Endure it for now? And then what? Huh? What would happen to her, to Satoko? Her body and mind were wounded and she was being made to suffer like this. Can you not even let me howl in vain at it? Is that it, Coach? Are we just this powerless? So powerless that we can't even fucking scream from the bottom of our hearts. Hey, thank you for cursing. I like it when people curse in games, because that's how I fucking talk. Because I am so I'm so uneducated. I have to fill all of my words, every other word, with fuck or any other curse word. No, I feel like it gives more emotion when a character actually breaks down and curses, like once or twice. I don't know. It adds more weight to a scene. The voices of Higurashi made me calm down. I didn't know how long it had been, probably about 5 minutes. Satoko abruptly gave a slight bow. Thank you very much, Keiichi. Satoko. You look a lot like my real Nini just now. My real Nini may not be here anymore, but I have another Nini named Keiichi. Yeah, you got it. You're Nini. Stop it! And when you're in pain, I'll help you no matter what. Your Nini will rescue you for sure. Stop. You're not a fucking knight. You're not a knight in shining armor. You are Keiichi, a dumbass. You can't rescue her. Hate to break it to you, buddy. Satoshi Hojo, you fucking idiot. If not now, then when? Satoko, she's never been in more pain in her life. He's fucking dead, probably. He's either dead or it's Mion's story that he, like, pieced the fuck out, like, on the run. If her Nini doesn't save her now, then when will he? Why did you run away? Why did you abandon her? Why did you leave Satoko behind? You don't have any right to call yourself Satoko's Nini. I won't run away. Huh? I definitely won't. Goddamn it, other way around. I definitely won't run away. I won't run away and abandon you like... I don't even want to say that line. Because you're a dumbass. You don't know. No. That's the... Yeah, God, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. That is a fucking landmine. And you're running the chance of setting that the fuck right off. Don't do it. Never say that. Oh, God, I didn't want to say Mion's lines. Because that really made me upset. But this one... It's not that it's going to make me upset, it's a stupid move to say, like Satoshi did. No way! I will not abandon you. Slip. Tears trickled down from Satoko's eyes. And then she narrowed her eyes into a smile. Goodbye, Nini. Satoko took her right hand and awkwardly waved to me. I'll be alright. My Nini now helped me so much. So I'll be okay. I'll do my best until tomorrow. I'll be okay. So, for today, this is goodbye. There was no way that I could say goodbye, see you tomorrow. And then from inside the house came a throaty, disgusting voice. Satoko! Can you bring us the snacks already? Okay, Nini. Get going already. I'll be fine now. Hurry. Let's go, Mayabara. Staying any longer than this would be a bother to Satoko. Coach, Nini's house is a little far away. I'm sorry to ask you this, but could you take him home? Yeah, I'll do that. Coach grabbed me by my collar, and with strength I couldn't have imagined him having, started dragging me away. Ugh! Fucking picks him up, throws him to the car. Stay there! And I, unable to oppose him, started getting further away from Satoko. She waved her hand to us, expression still dark, and disappeared. Forever. Through the back door. Coach got into his car first, and then turned around on the narrow path and brought the passenger side door around to me. For me. I know how you feel, so well it hurts. No, I think I understand it even more than you. But right now, just for now, please endure it. She understood exactly how you felt, so please endure it. If you don't, I will break your fucking neck. I know already. I'm sorry, thank you for before. I meekly got into the passenger seat. The car accelerated quietly, and Satoko's house grew farther and farther away in the rearview mirror. We made a wide turn, and then I couldn't see her house anymore. Is your house that far away? It's in the other direction from the school, isn't it? I didn't bother to reply. I would have been hard-pressed to give him an answer as to why I was at Satoko's house. Coach didn't say anything more either. For a while, the two of us were silent. The only sounds from the gravel spraying over the road as we drove. I remembered how Rena said things were different than last year. At the time, she had Satoshi with her. Satoshi protected Satoko, so that less of the sparks fell onto her. But now Satoshi isn't here. Yeah, that's the unfortunate truth. Coach seemed to understand what I really meant when I said that. It's a terribly sad, cruel story, but there's a limit to our resolve, our efforts, and our assistance. It sounded like an excuse, but he was right. Oh, just what Mion said. Even if Coach and I wanted to be people Satoko could depend on, that was all. It ended at the front door. She has to willingly accept it. No matter how much I shouted that I would be her Nini, no matter how much I shouted that I wouldn't abandon her, and no matter how much Satoko called me Nini, I couldn't do any more than that. Where on earth could Satoshi have gone? Right, Satoshi was another story. Her actual brother Satoshi, he was in a position to protect her far, far better than we could. That was the cold, sad truth of the massive gulf between Satoshi and us. I wonder what he's been doing lately. Satoshi left home. I didn't know why. Maybe it was because of Oyashiro-sama's curse, or he disappeared or something. In any case, he wasn't beside Satoko now. At the time Satoko needed him to protect her most, he wasn't here. Why isn't he here? Satoko needs him now more than ever. A lot of people talk about Oyashiro-sama's curse, but the only thing I can say is that he ran away. One of my friends said that one day he just never came back. He ran away without even leaving as much as a note for his sister. Satoshi had been doing part-time jobs a lot. At the time, Satoko really wanted this huge stuffed animal. It ended up costing a lot, so he was doing all sorts of part-time jobs in order to afford it. He felt so strongly about it. Everyone was whispering about how he at least wanted to get his sister a nice birthday present, since she was being made to live such a pitiful life with their uncle and his wife. In the end, he didn't use his savings for a birthday present for Satoko. Satoshi disappeared and the police looked long and hard. They found out that Satoshi had withdrawn all of his savings himself on the day he left. After checking all over, they began to think that maybe he'd used his savings to go to Tokyo. Tokyo? For what? Again, that's unknown. All I can say was that he ran away. He saved up all the money so he could run away. He was that selfish? But how could he just leave Satoko behind? If he was going to run away anyway, he should have brought Satoko with him. Even now, Coach was still calm. He can't take care of a child. I don't see why Keiichi thinks it's that damn easy. Mion has a point. She's not a pet. She's a living, breathing person. It takes a lot more than just pity resolve to be able to take care of someone. He wasn't trying to pour any oil on the fire on my anger at all. He just waited until my anger naturally subsided, like a rational thinking human being. After listening to gravel being crushed under the wheels for a little while, Coach spoke abruptly. Please understand. Satoko, left behind, arrived at the same conclusion. I'm a burden on my brother, and that's why he abandoned me. Oh my god. He didn't take her with him when he left. God damn it. Can we not get into that? Please? Oh god, that's gonna be sad. You know that's like deep psychological bullshit. Then whenever Keiichi's not gonna be there for something, she's gonna flip the fuck out. I guarantee it. over the same thing, saying that, oh, you know, I was too much of a burden on Keiichi or something like that. But I think Keiichi's a little too obsessed over this thing. I mean, there's a point of caring about someone, then there's being a little obsessive. He's getting pretty obsessive over it. Because he automatically assumes, you know... Fuck, I don't even know where I was going with that. Well, he was already trying to replace her brother, her real brother. You can't do that. You'll never be her brother. It's impossible. How terrible must Satoko have felt, being betrayed by her brother she loved so much. But Satoko was a very strong person. Of course she had the support of close friends too, but that was how she regained her smile. God, Keiichi, Jesus. I don't know. He's an idiot. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why this time around Keiichi cares so much about Satoko instead of everyone else. He's being irrational. He's being stupid. He's not thinking. Not like he thought before, but he's doing less thinking than he normally does. He's an idiot. I recalled how Satoko had spoken of Satoshi so brightly when I was eating dinner with her and Rika a few days ago. At the time I didn't think any more of it than how pleasant their sibling love had been. But now that I did think about it, I realized it was like she was peering into the distance from atop a pile of tragic perseverance. She said Satoshi will come back for sure. That when he did, she wanted to see him. She wanted him to see how she was no longer a burden. Satoko isn't a burden. She's way better at day-to-day living than me, and she can do pretty much anything. I mean, she might fall behind Rena or Rika in certain aspects, but she's way more of an adult than most people. That's the result of her having worked so hard since she didn't know when Satoshi would come home. Her efforts are so painful. Oh, she must have been really fucking bad before then. While she lived with Rika, Rika taught her how to handle everything flawlessly, also that she could welcome back Satoshi at any time. So that she could God, I wish I could read. So that she could show him she wasn't ashamed. So, when is Satoshi going to come back? I asked Coach, but he knew he wouldn't be able to. But I knew he wouldn't be able to answer. In any case, Satoshi ran away. He left Satoko and ran away from Hinamizawa. Someone said that when you leave Hinamizawa and run away, Shiro-sama's curse gets you, right? And that makes sense. Satoshi running away and his disappearance? That would obviously mean people thought it was the curse, right? And they could smile, as though it was his own fault, and that he got what he deserved. Well, I mean, if he did run away, I mean, it is technically his fault. You can't say it's not. Shiro-sama, whoever are you? Whoever you are, Satoshi didn't vanish because he ran away. You demoned him away with your curse, didn't you? If that's not what happened, then I couldn't forgive him. When did Satoshi run away? The night of the Watanagashi festival last year. Oh, what a fucking coincidence. When their aunt was killed by that deviant. It was a few days after that. On Satoko's birthday. On Satoko's birthday? Bang. I got shot. Fuck! I slammed my hands on the dashboard in front of me with all my might. Satoshi, of all the days, he could have chosen to run away. He didn't run away. Come on. It's clearly not. He probably started going out to the town and got ambushed on the way to town. At least that's what I'm assuming. If it truly happened on the day of her birthday. Because he probably was going to go pick up that stuffed animal and then like for her birthday, like literally en route to get there, and then was ambushed on the way to town. That's honestly probably what happened. But of course, Keiji's not going to think about that logically. He's going to be thinking, God, you ran away on her birthday. How dare you?